Hey guys, this is LJ from Marine Ponage. In this video, we're going to show you some Warrior Paladin 2v2. This game is Warrior Paladin versus Warrior Shaman. You see in the beginning I'm just keeping max range from the Shaman as much as possible so I can avoid as many hexes as possible. Just keeping up with heals. I'm also staying max range so that I can stay away from the shock. So I don't have to fake cast, I can just free cast on Iron Man. You see right here, the Shaman's coming in, so our Warrior Iron Man is watching for the hex and he interrupts it with a charge. Most of the time against this team, Warrior Resto Shaman, we usually go on the Resto Shaman as much as possible to try to get a kill, but we can kill the Warrior at times. Right here I'm just standing on top of the Shaman. I'm making sure that I'm watching for his hexes and heals, and I'm rebuking them to interrupt them and hodging them if it's on cooldown or just using it as another interrupt basically. Right there he put up Earth Shield again, so we're going to swap to the Shaman. Most of the time we swap off Earth Shields. If the Shaman's not low and he has Earth Shield on himself, then we usually swap to the Warrior and back and forth like that. And you can see he doesn't have the Earth Shield on himself right now, so he's struggling to keep himself up. Right now the Warrior swaps to me. Right there before I switched to Justice so I can try to melee him to keep him from ghost wolfing, but wasn't able to get the melee off. Right here I hodge him. I'm low too, so I'm trying to get away without bubbling, but I can't, so I bubble. And now the Shaman is still low, so instead of trying to heal, I interrupted, but he fake casted me there. But he can't survive Iron Man, and down he goes. This game is a Warrior Paladin mirror. These guys are very good. They're like 2600 rating, and we had some very long games against them. We played them about 5 times, and every game lasted about anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. They were fun games, but basically against Warrior Paladin, we're just trying to trade off interrupts on the Paladin, and if we're training the Paladin, then usually I try to help out with interrupts on the Paladin. But we've gotten a lot of kills on the Warrior with just interrupting the Paladin. I'll rebuke, he'll charge, and then he'll fear, then I'll hodge, and we just go through a rotation like that. But you can see right here I blew my pet early, and we're having a little trouble with line of sight here. So he has to blow in rage regeneration, and I blow my pet. So right now we're already behind on cooldowns, but that doesn't mean much because sometimes these games can go long, and the cooldowns will come back up. So we're usually not too afraid to blow shield wall, blow in rage regen, or blow my pet, or blow bubble, or anything like that. And as you can see, the Paladin bubbles right here. And right away Iron Man removes it and I get a hodge out, so we're still keeping up with pressure. You can see once you get the infusion proc, which is when you holy shock, and then you get the fast cast on Divine Light and Holy Light, and you can see how hard it is to interrupt Divine Light. Now we both try throughout the game, but anytime he gets that proc, it's pretty much a free top off, especially in 2s against Warrior Paladin, especially. But you can see right here I'm regenning. I'm spam drinking, but I'm not gonna get it off because the Warrior charges me. Against Warrior Paladin, any chance you get to drink, it's a good idea. A lot of the times the games will come down to who runs out of mana first, so you always have to be very careful. Watch your mana divine plea every chance that you get. See the Warrior swaps to me. Basically, I'm just, as you can see, I'm just kiting a little bit. I'll run past our Warrior so that he can slow him down. The Warrior Blade Storm's here though, and I still have that Divine Light proc, so I can get it off, and you can see he used pummel there but wasn't able to get it. Right now Iron is just peeling a little bit so I can top off. You can see we're always working the pillars against this team. On this map it's very easy because I can run past the Warrior while he's training the other target, and he can slow him. On other maps it's a little harder because it's easier to get separated, but this map you can pretty much stand right near each other and still be okay. You can see like right here we're trying to trade off interrupts, but it's just very hard when his casts are so fast with latency. You can see right there he fake casted my rebuke. Might have been able to get that one, but sometimes you interrupt it and it still goes off anyways. So I'm hodged right here. While I'm hodged and feared against this team, I usually, if I have it, I always freedom Iron Man so that he can basically just kite the Warrior. I'm always watching my positioning. If there's any time the Warrior is trying to swap to me, I'm usually trying to stay near the pillar so that I can just kite basically. most of these games we're just, most of this game anyways, we're training the Paladin. You can see right here the warrior's just dying for Iron Man to hit him, but he doesn't want to. Usually Iron Man won't go on the warrior unless he goes on me. Just basically to peel and to do damage. Right now we're putting out a lot more pressure than their warrior's putting out. But that's basically because my heals aren't being interrupted, whereas the Paladin's being interrupted on their team. Right here I divine bleed because my mana's a little bit low. I'm gonna try to get a drink off here. I decided not to drink right there just because Iron's dropping a little bit low. I also have sacrifice up, so I sack him right there. The warrior came a little close to me to pummel, so I'm trying to fake cast him right here. It's just little things like that. Always watching your map, basically, and just not your map. I'm sorry, but watching your screen and just watching the position of the other team. If you see the warrior running over to you, you know that he's gonna try to pummel you. You can see we're getting close. We keep getting close to getting a kill, but it's just very hard. You can see right here the Paladin got away a little bit, so we're swapping to the warrior, putting up a lot of pressure on him. That warrior has a lot more PvE gear than Iron Man does, so they do their burst damage is a little bit higher than ours, but warrior damage is still very good, so even without the best in slot gear. One thing when you're playing warrior paladin is you really want to watch out for is DRing with colossal smash, not colossal smash, I'm sorry, but throwdown and Hajj. You really want to make sure that you're not using those to DR each other. If you're training a paladin, you don't want to use them on top of each other. Iron Man usually will throw down the other target. He has it set to a focus macro, and so that he'll get the full stun out of it. So in this case, if we're training the paladin, he would focus throw down the warrior whenever he comes close. Again, you can just see how I'm using the pillars here, and just avoiding the warrior's charge. And anytime I need to peel, Iron Man just comes over and starts peeling, making life miserable for the warrior. We've gotten close to getting a kill. The Paladin's abilities are on cooldown right now. Divine Protection, Bubble is right there. See what I just did right there, where I'm on top of the tomb, and I'll fake jump off the top of it. And sometimes, believe it or not, a lot of warriors, or a lot of any melee class really, will jump off thinking that I'm jumping off, and I stay up top. And I've done that a lot on Blade's Edge Arena, and that was just an example of that. So you can see right here, I'm on top of the Paladin. I know he's gonna try to fake cast me, so I'm basically just standing on top of him with my pummel up. Right here, we get a ton of burst off. I start bursting, boom, down he goes.